Hey, man, welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Auburn Addicts. We are on here with the cats from the Coolest Water Cooler podcast. I talk about them all the time, man. I talk, put their name in my mouth all the time. I ain't gonna say it's always in a positive manner, but, but I do mention them. You know what I'm saying? I did put. I don't know if y'all watched the one with Drill, man. I
did.
I
see it.
I'll put it like this, man. I'll put it like this, man. Drill had he had some interesting takes. He actually,
I like some of the stuff he was saying, bro. Yeah. I like some of the stuff he was saying.
I was like, all right, then, Drill, I hear you, dog. I hear you.
Yeah, man.
Drill, I like some of the stuff he was saying.
Drill shocked me, man. Nephew came through. But I'm gonna say this about nephew. See, you know what I'm saying? I gotta start it off. It's Sunday, man. We've been to church, you know what I'm saying? I repent after I say this, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be a little messy. But I'm gonna go straight to I'm gonna get straight to it, Nick. We're gonna get to some questions, but I'm gonna go straight to it, y'all.
All right.
Preseason picks. We had 3 preseason picks. 2 were totally wrong, and 1 was real close. Okay. I see Nick back there, bless you. But okay.
Look,
all right.
I tried to tell y'all.
This was hold up, man. I didn't say you was 100% right, Nick. I just said you was close, man. Come on, man. You talking like Ott, man. You know what I'm saying? You saw what happened to Ott when he jumped out and did all that.
Point.
Okay, check this out. This is what it is, y'all. So I got to come back to the table. This is what it is. Drell said we was gonna lose the Cal game.
Yep.
So Drell,
I heard him say that.
You was wrong. Okay. All right, straight up. I was like, we go mop the floor with Cal. I was like, we just go. I called the surfer dudes, disrespected them, man. I'm sorry, Cal. I disrespected y'all. Okay. I was wrong. Okay. Now, Nick, you were close, Nick. Nick said we're gonna struggle with Cal. Check and check. But Nick, you was like, we were gonna get it together and pull away at the end. You know what I'm saying?
I did say
that. Okay. But so I give you full credit. You said, you know what I'm saying, we was gonna struggle. We struggled. On the other part, you know how the Flintstones used to do, get in the car and they do their feet like that. Your car didn't go nowhere on the second half. But I give you credit, man. I gotta give you credit, bro. You called it. You know what I'm saying? Now, having said all that, let's go to this.
Yeah.
This is the question. Well, what we've seen this past week and the week before, and I know we got to see Texas A&M to really get a good look. All right. I want y'all to tell me, what do you see the season as now? What are your picks now? Would you change any of your picks? Seeing what you just saw with Cal, would you change any of your picks, man? Anybody go first? Let's hit Marcus, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Marcus? Talk to me.
I would like to trade in the LSU game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said that LSU would beat us. I don't think LSU gonna beat us no more.
Really?
I don't think LSU gonna beat us no more.
After seeing what we saw Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do think we will take an L to Georgia.
Yeah.
Because I had us sneaking that Georgia game. I think we'll take an L to Georgia. Mm-hmm. But I think we beat LSU.
Okay. Nicholas Frazier.
Mm-hmm.
Nostradamus Frazier. Go ahead.
You asked me, would I change anything?
Yeah, on your predictions, you gave a what? I gave a
9-3 season.
You gave a 9-3. What I'm saying is, after seeing Cal, would you change? Would you all your picks will stay the same, or will you choose to add a win or a loss anywhere else on the schedule? You can, and I say that because we had that show, and that was just kind of to bring us in focus. Because preseason, we really don't know. So now you've seen something. You got a sample size. So tell me which games would you change, if any?
I am okay. I'm going to wait until we get closer to this particular game, but I may change one game.
Okay,
I may change one game from a loss to a win.
Okay.
I know this sounds weird from the way that Auburn played last night, but I originally said Auburn would lose to Georgia. And I said Auburn would probably lose by a field goal to a touchdown.
Okay.
I think Auburn may win that game by a field goal.
So you on my thing now?
I think
It's winnable.
I think that's a winnable game.
Protect.
No.
Okay.
I think that's a winnable game.
But can I say this, y'all? This is like shocking. I wasn't expecting this. I think
it's a winnable game. I think it's a winnable game.
I was expecting everybody to just be like, man, after what I saw last night,
Nah,
we ain't winning no games.
Nah, I don't feel that way at all.
Nah.
Okay.
Not at all.
Expound, Marcus.
Because what I needed to see last night was what I needed to see last night. I seen a defense that's been drowning the last past years come alive and win a game. Me, myself personally, I see the quarterback situation and I'm thinking to myself, I would rather go Ashford, but the way me and you last on our episode, we talked about how we like Payton because he had confidence. He'd been in the moments before.
Mhm.
So last night you seen that last drive, him take control in that last drive. He played a horrible game. In the offensive line played a horrible game. We seen that. But that last drive, I think, they pulled it together and he drove down the field.
Okay. Nick, you frowning up, bro.
Yeah.
Nick got a little frown,
bro.
Yeah, I don't think he played. No. Okay, let's look at this.
Come on with it, man.
Let's look at this. First off, I don't think the offensive line played a horrible game. I think the offensive line had some really good moments. I think they had some very mid moments. The problem is, I don't think the receivers are getting separation quick enough for him to get the ball out to where he needs to get it to. Because if I'm not mistaken, in the first half, I think they only completed 4 passes total in the first half.
That's sad.
Something like that. And all of those passes were like bubble screen type passes to like the running back. And I think one of them went to VAR and something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But every other play, like their first pass attempt of the game was they got sacked. He got sacked inside the 1 yard line. I just don't think the receivers are getting enough separation fast enough in order for him to get the ball out like he's supposed to. Now, I'm not sitting here saying Payton Thorne is an elite quarterback. I'm not saying that at all. Nowhere near that. But I see Payton Thorne more as a game manager who has to get his timing down before you can get to the point to where he can start throwing those passes down the field to complete it. He's not the type of quarterback he can come off the bench cold and you can sit there and go through your first, second, third progression and complete passes. You need to get some timing throws from him off top. So those nice little swing routes to the running back, nice little quick slant, something like that, just to get his confidence going in order to get him to throw the ball 10 to 12, 15 yards down the field, completions. The reason why I feel like Auburn has a chance to maybe win that Georgia game is because defense travels.
Mm-hmm.
Defense will travel. And Auburn's defense, I don't care. I'm put like this. Cal has a bad offense.
Yeah,
very bad offense. The offense is bad. But when Cal's offense starts in plus territory, majority
came with the ball. That was special.
And your defense stops them. And out of that, well, the kicker did miss 3, 4 field goals or something like that.
Yeah,
something like that, and things of that nature. But you hold them. I think the average starting position for Cal was like the 32. Cal's 32-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
That's 12 yards outside of the red zone, and you literally, and your defense literally stops them. I don't care how bad your offense is. Your defense stops them, and they only get 10 points out of the whole game, and we turned the ball over 4 times and still won. That tells me everything I need to know about that particular defense. In particular, Zacoby McClain's son, Eugene Asante. And in particular, I think this defense has a chance to be elite. I do.
Really?
I agree.
I think this defense has a chance to be a very elite defense, especially with Larry Nixon and with Eugene Asante playing those linebacker positions. Those two people right there, they solidify the middle of the field. Ken Lee, I mean, not a lot of people talking about Ken Lee he played a good game, man. He got targeted twice and no complete. It wasn't they didn't complete a ball on him. I mean, he got the personal foul penalty on the side, but that was like a comeback route, out of bounds. But man, Ken Lee can ball, man. Ken Lee can ball. But yeah, I mean, I think the defensive line is probably the biggest question. Marcus Harris is a baller. Jason Jones, he's good. I just think the edge is the problem on the defensive line.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's the weakest spot. Elijah McLeod didn't play that much, man. He got hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
He didn't play that much. McAllister, he cool, man. McAllister is a leader, but I think those two dudes in the middle and those two linebacker duo of Larry Nixon and Eugene Asante with that secondary, I think they have a chance of being an elite defense this year. I do.
You think? What do you think about that, Marcus? You think so? You agree with that?
Only thing I disagree with that he said is I think the defensive ends and the outside linebackers are stronger than the interior because you seen what they were gassing us at. It was in the middle.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Nah. We can take number 30 and number 11. They played very tough last night on the outside. They contained very well.
Number 30 and 11, those two middle linebackers.
I'm just saying.
I mean, number 11, McAllister. McAllister is the defense, is the jack position. But he wasn't getting no pressure on the quarterback.
But that was contained though. He played outside.
And I agree with Marcus, man. Because if you think about it, bro, it was anything they were hitting when they got that touchdown, bro. That was middle. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they was methodically moving. They was dead in the middle of the defense, man.
No, you're right about that. But that was because at that particular point in time, Jackson came in the game. That was a whole different game change right there. I mean, Finley was a quarterback for them at that time. He was a statue. You knew what he was gonna do. He wasn't running the ball. So now you got to put a spy on Jackson, and now that takes one of your linebackers out of the middle. So now that does loosen up the middle. That does loosen the middle up. If you putting a hat on a hat, and it depends on, and it really depends on what technique that defensive tackle is playing. That defensive tackle is that defensive tackle playing a 3 technique. It naturally leaves a big open hole in the middle of the defense, and now it's just really 1-on-1 with a center and a linebacker, and you got a running back coming behind him. So I mean, it really depends on what the lineup was, but
Yeah, but I say this, man. It's not dunking on none of the guys, man. It's like it doesn't matter what technique any of the interior linemen playing for Georgia, Alabama, bro. They shocking and shedding. They getting off. You know what I'm saying? They getting off, bro. You know what I'm saying? They getting off. They getting off and they stopping you right there. You know what I'm saying? Forget a technique, man. They're like, man, we don't care about no technique. We don't care what we playing. They shocking and getting off. And that's what Hugh Freeze said in the past press conference. He's like, man, we can't get off blocks.
I mean, no, I agree with you on that. But that comes with filling the hole and then somebody coming up to clean behind on the linebacker side. If you playing a 3 technique, if you have a defensive tackle playing a 3 technique, it legitimately naturally leaves an open hole in the middle of the field. Where it's literally a center and a middle linebacker. That first linebacker, whoever that Mike linebacker is, his job is to come up and take on that first block. And whoever that other linebacker is supposed to slide over and clean up and make the tackle.
Sure.
If you have a running quarterback that comes in the game in Jackson, now you're spying him, making sure he don't get outside. Because if he get outside, it's a run. That naturally takes out one of those linebackers out of the middle of the field.
No, so I don't disagree with you on that, man. I'm just saying that with the state of where the team is, man, I have to go with Marcus, man. I think it's more weak on the interior than the exterior. That's okay. That's we can agree, disagree. That's fine, but
I can see that point. I concede it.
All right, let me ask you. Got a great defense, though.
Yeah. I mean, bro,
I'm still proud of our defense.
I think,
I said I'm still proud of our defense.
Y'all think it's gonna be elite off of the Cal game?
Man,
like I said,
if you seen the same game I seen,
like I said, if you, I don't
Marcus,
care.
you questioning my visibility of
Nah, I'm not. I'm just saying. No, sir. No, sir.
he kind of said it like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
All I'm
yeah,
saying
bro,
is,
if you would have
if
seen the
you,
same game, I would like, you know, I'm watching the
Like-
alternate.
if that offense start plus out of the field,
That's all I'm
Okay.
saying. Like what Nick
They
saying
can
is all I'm
score.
saying. That's all
They
I'm
can score.
saying.
I mean,
You only average 10 points and you started on the other side of the 50 majority of the game.
that's
Let me counter y'all with this. The field goal did the kicker did miss 3 field goals.
he did. That ain't our fault though.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the defense though that he missed the 3 field goals. And
It probably was.
I'm gonna lean back and listen.
It probably was Pat Dye standing at the field goal, just blowing it to the side. Pat Dye's spirit, Suge Jordan's spirit, Pat Sullivan, all their spirits just came and was like, that's exactly what he did. That's what
Hey, this kind of off subject, man. But did y'all see RB on the bear, man? That was classic.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious, man.
Yeah.
He was right the bear.
Man,
Next
Obby is that dude, man. Obby is him, man. All right, let me ask y'all this. What was if you look at the game, and I'm gonna talk about the game that both me and Marcus was watching, since he said, you know, I wasn't watching the same game.
I was saying,
all right. All we talk about the Auburn Cal game that happened Saturday while we was watching the game in our PJs, you know, struggling to stay awake. Bro.
Hey, I was.
Jesus, man. If y'all, what was the most shocking thing to y'all in that game? That if you look at the game that you did was just shocking, like, man, I didn't expect that. Nick, what would you say the most shocking thing was?
The offense not knowing who was calling plays.
Okay, expound.
I know. I didn't say that correctly, but it felt. This is yeah. No, this is.
Got your Nick juice.
Watching that game, man, y'all funny.
I got my Nick juice, bro. I don't get on this show with Nick without my Nick juice. You see, he said the defense gonna be elite. So
I think they are, man. I think
having said that,
I think defense has a chance to be elite. I think they do.
I do. I agree, Nick. I agree, bro.
They have a chance to be elite. I do. I will stand 10 toes on that one. I stand 10 toes on that one. I think defense has a chance to be elite.
What was most shocking, Nick?
Oh yeah, it just felt like they didn't put Payne Thorne in the best position to be successful.
Okay, why you say that?
The play calling just didn't seem right. It didn't. I mean, it felt like, I hate to say this, but it felt like last year. The play calling kind of felt like last year a little bit. We didn't throw the ball. We didn't throw the ball the whole third quarter. Not one pass attempt the whole third quarter. Not one.
Really?
None. No.
Man, I gotta go back and look at that.
When I got up this morning and I rewatched the whole game from like the 1 minute and 30 minutes, like the 1 minute and 30 some second mark of the second quarter to like, I want to say it was like the beginning of the fourth quarter. Auburn did not throw the ball one time. Not one time.
Bless you.
And like I stated previously, man, Payne Thorne is not the dude that can just come in and just save your offense cold like that. He got to get into a rhythm. It's a rhythm offense. And the fact that Hugh Freeze is built on a tempo style offense, you didn't see tempo at all that night. The times you did see a little bit of it was the times when Auburn was successful. You know, the scoring drive, the first scoring drive, with the pass to Jay Fair across the middle. When Auburn was running the ball before we fumbled the ball twice with Jarquez and with DeMar Austin. You know, when they had that tempo going, Auburn was productive. And even on the last play, even on the last touchdown pass, they were tempo and they were productive. But during the middle, when they was just like, here, man, go through your progressions. It did not work. I mean, so they have to be able to tempo that thing and like go fast. They got to be able to go fast because that's what his offense is built on, literally. And it kind of felt like went away from that. He was just trying to see, but it also felt like it was a weird game, but it also felt like he wasn't trying to show too much either. It felt like he was just trying to show his base offense and not trying to show too much before he get the SEC play. And I'm just like, look, man, if that was the case, man, play to win the game. Play to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do to win. But yeah, I just saw it as like, man, it was weird, but it just the play calling just they didn't set Payne Thorne up to be successful. That's just how I see it.
Marcus, what was most shocking to you?
Most shocking to me was the defense.
Okay.
Actually seeing the defense, because to me, I was like, I feel like our offense, like Nick said, got off on a good foot last year. So they ended good. So I was like, they're gonna get off on probably a good foot. Seeing them, I didn't expect what our offense did, but seeing our defense stand up like that, it was like, wow. Like this year, when Auburn get a defense, yeah, just know the SEC in trouble. So if the defense is what I think it is, people might be in trouble, because I feel like we can game manage a quarterback. We can run the football. We can put them in little situations where we can win. But when we get a defense, it's trouble.
Man, in my deep down, man, I'm like Nick, man. It felt like last year, man. It felt like it felt like, man, Missouri. It felt like, bro, we just stuck in the mud, bro. It's like, okay, this is I'm gonna give y'all an example of what it felt like. Okay, I've been married over 30 years, so what I want y'all to do is when I make this example, then y'all just immediately respond with, I can't relate to you. Okay, it's like it's like, you know, when spouses be in the car and then one spouse like trying to tell the other spouse how to drive.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Dick, I told you not to agree with me, man. I just preface you and say, when I say this, say I cannot relate.
But I can't.
He couldn't hold it. He can't hold. Hey, that's a pet peeve of his. You know it, DC. He can't hold it.
I can't relate.
He can't hold it at all. Yes.
Jesus Christ. Yes.
She just did it this morning. I was so frustrated.
Goodness. It'll be all right though.
Golly, man. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this one more time, man. All right. Let's reset this. Okay, guys. I've been married over 30 years, so I'm gonna give you a word of advice. When I say what I'm about to say, you guys respond with, I cannot relate to you. Okay. Now, you know when you like riding in the car and your spouse try to tell you how to drive?
I can't relate.
Okay. Well, let me explain something. And you know what I'm saying? I just heard this on the street because I can't relate either. You know, I don't know about this. But it's like, this is how I think the offense is going. It's like when somebody telling you how to drive, Hugh Freeze, and you got the steering wheel in your hand and you driving, Philip Montgomery. Dude, it's hard to drive out of somebody else's head. Meaning, it's like with what I'm wondering is if Philip Montgomery, I'm just trying to do what you say do and do it how you want to do it and please you, but I'm not really in a rhythm and calling plays how I want to call it.
Exactly. That's exactly that.
Do you think that? I mean, that's what it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Yes, that's exactly how I see that being, because you know that was what people was thinking what happened with Jimbo and Bobby Petrino and Texas A&M. You know, Bobby Petrino is the offensive coordinator, but Jimbo gonna jump in and be like, nah, let me do this real quick and let's see what happens. You know, something like that. I can kind of see where you coming from with that, with the relationship between Hugh Freeze and Philip Montgomery as well. But I also think, don't they have a running game coordinator or something like that? Or a passing game coordinator on Auburn staff?
I don't know.
I think his name is Jake, some Thornton.
That's the
No.
offensive line coach.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think that's offensive line coach.
But I also think he's the
He's the
running
run game coordinator.
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I
You taught me something new today.
I think
Mhm.
that I think too many people are in his ear trying to tell him what he needs to do. So
Yes.
you need to figure out who's going to call plays. During the week, you need to be like, all right, this is what the defense is going to show us. All right. And this is what the defense can potentially show us.
Mhm.
These are the plays that we have in our playbook that can combat that.
Mhm.
These 75 plays, these 50, however many plays it is, these are the plays that we're going to run this week.
Mhm.
Go call the plays that you see fit.
Right.
And just be like, and as the head coach, you need to tell him that. Go call the plays you see fit, and do not be the one to interrupt him getting into a flow, because you're right. Calling plays is like an art form. Like once you get in the game and you see what's going on, you can be like, oh, okay, let me run this right here because they showing me that they done showed me this twice. All right, cool. I know it's something they're gonna do. So let me set them up right here for later on in the game. But when you got too many people in your ear, now you're trying to people please.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand exactly where you're coming from with that.
So yeah, and it seems like the offense is a hodgepodge, man. It just seems like it's no symmetry. It just seems like it's no purpose. It just seems like it's just like we just got a bunch of plays, and it's just call a play, man. Just pick some out the hat and call it, bro. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
Can I ask y'all a question though?
come on.
So with that game winning drive, how y'all feel like? Do y'all feel like we can pick up from that, or do you feel like that was just the flow of the game?
Man, I think you can pick up from it, but what I'm wondering is, during the game, did Hugh Freeze take over?
That's a good question.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if Hugh Freeze, if that and this just is alleged and just wondering, you know what I'm saying? This is everybody wondering, so this is allegedly, you know, but I wonder if like that last drive, if to answer your question, if Hugh Freeze took over that last drive, I don't know.
That's a great
you know
question.
what I'm saying? Because
that's
not gonna be fixable, man. If like you tripping and then he come in and call the plays and score and then just sit back and fold his hand to the next time, bro.
Yeah,
that ain't a good formula, man.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion.
Okay.
Last year, I thought Brian Harsher should have called plays last year. I thought Brian Harsher should have called plays last year because Brian Harsher can call plays. I think Hugh Freeze should call plays this year. You know, in my personal opinion, it's kind of like it needs to be that dynamic, but it needs to be that dynamic like with Gus and Rhett Lashley. It needs to be that kind of dynamic, in my personal opinion, for it to work. Because with Hugh Freeze being what's considered to be an offensive minded coach who is very innovative, it's your offense. So basically, you're saying, all right, this is the offense. I'm handing it over to this particular OC to call plays, but it's my offense. I'm the one that came up with it. I know it the best. I know what works well in this particular situation. I know what doesn't work well. So I honestly believe Hugh Freeze should call plays. In my personal opinion, I think he should.
But dude, Philip Montgomery was successful, and you know what I'm saying? He was successful in play calling. What he did at Tulsa, man, I was impressed. What he did at Bella, I was impressed with him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But it's just like I don't know if that marriage, man, they may on the outside say it's working, but it's like what you said. If they're saying, hey, it's no problem, I can just jump in here when I get ready, and I can call a play when I get ready, bro.
That's the reason why I say I think Hugh Freeze should call plays. That's it. If you feel like you reserve the right to come in at any time when you feel like it's not going the way you want to, why not just take full responsibility?
I agree. Just say, man, hey, man, hold the wheel till I get ready to drive. Just hold the wheel, and when I come, you know what I'm saying, as long as I'm good. Just make it. I'm calling plays, but I just let him hold the wheel till I get ready to drive. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. He kind of want
to. Stay back and then be like, all right, if it's going bad, I'll try to step in and try to bring it back. But see, I put it like this, man. I look at it. There are levels to being a head coach. You have some head coaches who are just the general of the organization. All right. They oversee everything. They hire an OC, they hire a defensive coordinator to run their perspective. I mean, their size of the ball.
Mhm.
That's what they do.
Mhm.
But when you hire a guy, all right, who is literally what's considered to be an innovative offensive mind
Mhm.
on the offense side of the ball, why isn't he calling the plays from the offense that he's built, that he thinks is best to run? Why go get a Philip Montgomery who was successful at Tulsa and Baylor to run the offense that you have?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. For you to literally sit there and say, okay, I reserve the right to jump in and call plays whenever when I see fit. Right. Just call plays there.
Yeah.
Just call the plays.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know.
You have anything to add on that, Marcus? You got all this started.
Hey, I just wanted to ask a question because you know, me myself personally, I'm thinking to myself, as an OC, who would I rather go forward with as my quarterback?
That's a good question.
True.
No, that's a good question, man.
True.
Go ahead. Go. Who would you right now? Okay, do you think we should go to quarterback? Stay with that. Go one, and if we had one, who would you choose?
Stay 2 quarterback right now, at least for the Sanford game, and see who outperforms in the Sanford game. Because after the Sanford game, you need to be getting ready to pick a number 1.
Okay.
And me myself personally, like Nick said, I feel like they didn't put Peyton in a situation to succeed last night. So I really want to see more of him as the number 1, for real.
Okay.
Honestly.
So you want to see more Peyton?
Just to see if because I feel like he can do the same things as QB number 2, but I feel like he has a better arm.
Okay. Nick?
Yeah, he has a better arm between him and Robbie at this point in time.
Okay.
But the best arm is Holden Gardner.
No, I agree with that. So okay,
I said QB 2.
The best arm is Holden Gardner. Now I'll put it like this. Let me ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you this. Do you think this 2 QB system would work better with Holden as 1 and Robbie as 2 instead of Peyton being the 1?
I like that question, Nick.
Because Holden literally is the more natural thrower of the ball between the 2 of them.
I like that question.
Like he grew up being able to read progressions 1, 2, 3 across the field, be able to pass the ball like that. Like, honestly, do you think Holden would be the better option at that particular point? Because there was a lot of there was a lot of chatter about Holden had a very good, summer fall camp.
Go ahead, Fitz.
What are your thoughts,
Marcus?
Oh, okay. I would like to see it for the next game. Put it on the field. Put it on the field and let's see.
Okay, so all right, let me hit you with this though. On that wise, and don't let me go too far out. But when we had the fumble from 22 and the fumble from Quez, okay, the running backs they were doing good, but they were kind of making mistakes. Bro, they put a freshman in.
Jeremiah Cobb's that deal.
Okay, hold that. They put Jeremiah Cobb in. Why they didn't put Holden Gardner in? We were struggling, bro. See what I'm saying? They put a freshman in, dog. Why didn't they put Holden Gardner in? It's something wrong with Holden Gardner, bro. He not getting a shot. I'm saying from the optics. Think about it, bro. We struggle like that, dude, and you didn't even give him like 1 snap.
I don't think nothing's wrong with Holden Gardner. I think it's more of Hugh Freeze trying to go with experience than anything.
Yeah, but still though, bro. Okay, you can't get a dude a series if you struggling like that, man. Yeah. And I'm saying if this dude got anything, bro.
Yeah.
With you struggling like that, man, you can't get a man a series to see what he can do.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying with the Holden Gardner talk. What's crazy, I said the same thing y'all saying last night, but I did. I was like, man, put Holden in there, man.
I mean, no, I feel what you're saying, but I think Hugh Freeze is just trying to lean more on experience now than anything. I mean, because if you come off of what happened last year, the fan base is just trying to see what they like. They trying to win. So I mean, Holden, he's unproven, of course, but he's not gonna be able to be proven until he gets the experience that he needed. You know, until he get a shot.
I know, guys, but see what I'm saying, that flies in the face of, okay, why would you put a freshman running back in straight out of high school and on the road in Cal, but you gonna put the game in his hands? You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, so what I'm saying, I don't know. In this one, can it be both? Or, you know what I'm saying? Why would you put a freshman running back in if that was the case? If you just want to go with experience, then you gonna put Sean Jackson in next. Sean Jackson ain't touched the ball, bruh. They put a baby in there, man, with a diaper on. It was like, man, go on, tote this rock, bruh.
You see, the reason why you do that right there,
okay,
is because those two guys fumbled at the worst times possible.
Yeah, they did.
Okay,
those two guys who you trust with the ball, who leads the practice, because Nick will tell you the most experienced lead the practice. They fumbled at the worst two times.
That is very true.
Of the game. So why not put your pup in?
My God, man.
I think holding. This is what I don't want to put it. I know this may sound bad, but I think if they put holding in,
okay,
it's going to expose how good he really is.
Huh?
I think.
So you saying they are behind the scenes like the CIA?
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
They are self-sabotaging?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying I think holding. Okay, let's take it back. Okay.
Come on.
Peyton Thorne came in. What, like 2 months before the season, before fall camp started or something like that. He went in during the spring.
Yep.
All right. I don't know what his NIL deal is. I don't. I don't know what his NIL deal is. But I think this is more of saying, all right, Peyton, I brought you in here.
Okay.
I was the one that said, look, I wanted. Well, it was between him and the dude at Coastal Carolina, Grayson McCall. But I wanted you, and you came to Auburn. I chose you. The other guy before me recruited Holden. If Holden comes in and legitimately outperforms both of them, what does that say about Brian Harsin?
That's he's a good quarterback picker. Maybe.
Exactly. So let me ask you this question here. I know I'm going off the rabbit hole here.
Man, that's fine. Go.
But if Holden is as good as he was advertised, well, Holden was what, a 5-star recruit coming out of college?
I think it was four. Yeah, it was at least a 4. Yeah. Yep.
If Holden comes in and performs at the way that he was supposed that he was performing in high school, and he comes in and perform, why wouldn't you give Brian Harsin another year?
But what does that have to do with now, though?
With his quarterback, because that's his quarterback. That's the quarterback he went and got.
Okay, let me say this, and go. We finna go full circle. Why Brian Harsin didn't put Holden on the field in? If Holden is that dude, he couldn't get on the field in front of TJ or Robbie, and Robbie couldn't. Bro, he didn't even get a sniff last year.
You got to think about it. You got to think about it though. Zach Calzada was his choice. Zach Calzada was the dude that he was gonna come in and start the season with.
Okay.
Zach Calzada was the one that he brought in to be that quarterback until Holden came along. But Calzada got hurt. And then apparently he just didn't pan out how I want to. And then it fell back to TJ. And then TJ just wasn't the deal because the offensive line was horrible. Now you had to put Robbie Ashford in to be the quarterback.
Yeah, but I'm saying if Holden, I'm gonna get Marcus' opinion on this. If Holden was the guy, and y'all saying if Holden was the guy, why is he not getting on the field?
Holden,
you know what I'm saying? It's like
I don't think Holden does not fit the system that Hugh Freeze runs.
Okay,
Brian Harsin was more of a pro style 12 personnel system. This is more of a RPO type system.
But he didn't get on the field in. He didn't get on the field in the pro style nor with this. So what Holden must be like mama or something. You know,
we all know how bad the offensive line was last year. You put Holden Gurn out there as a freshman last year behind that offensive line, he was gonna get murdered.
Okay.
He's not athletic. He can't run. He can't run. He can't escape pressure. Holden is a pocket quarterback. He needs an offensive line to protect him. You put him behind that offensive line last year, it's over with. Holden probably had 2 broken ribs and whatever and things of that nature. So
Hi, go ahead.
My thing is this. I just feel like if you put Holden out there and Holden outperforms what those 2 dudes are doing right now, I think that says a lot about Brian Harsin. That's just me.
Okay, Marcus, what you think? Mark, talk to him, Marcus. So what you got on this, man? What you got?
I see that my co-host is real high on Brian Harsin, but
No, I'm not.
It's a lot of more politics in everything that went into that fire.
Time out. I am not high on Brian Harsin.
I'm just saying
Brian Harsin. I'm saying if Holden Garner did come out and perform that way, what does that say about Brian Harsin?
He a good quarterback pick, like DC said.
You're right. So why not give him an extra year to get the recruits in to protect the quarterback that he went out and got? That's what I'm
just saying. It's a lot of politics behind that fire.
Of course it is. I know that.
Hello.
And that's the politics behind.
My name is Nick Frazier. I'll be Brian Harsin's attorney.
That's fine. It don't bother me. What I'm saying is,
Brian, you want some juice this morning?
But what I'm saying is, if Holden gets out there and performs between the quarterback that Hugh Freeze decided to go get and bring in to run his offense, who's not performing at the moment, but then Holden comes out there and does what the dude he went out to go get, the guy before him brought in to do and does it better. What does that say?
It says he picks good quarterback, but my whole point is he didn't even play him himself though. And that's the only thing.
Okay,
that's the only thing tripping me up is like Holden couldn't get on the field in a pro style. And this like Hugh Freeze doing his press conference. Holden couldn't get on the field pro style nor RPO spread.
He was a freshman. Though. That's all I'm just saying. He's not the quarterback for it.
You saying he was a freshman? Okay.
He was a freshman. He was a freshman. And like I said, they brought in Zach Calzada to be that dude until Holden can get ready.
Is that okay?
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But I digress.
We know that. We know. we know your boy. Your boy. We're gonna make Zion. You're gonna make Brian Harsin, Coach Haskins, your boy.
Nah.
Oh man.
That ain't it.
That ain't it.
No, that ain't it. That ain't it.
Okay. Let me ask y'all this. No, I'm gonna ask y'all this, man. We're gonna shut this thing down. I'm gonna ask y'all this. So far in the season, if you could change anything so far this season, if you could change anything, think on this one. If you could change something up until this point. Now, this is not gonna be the last one because I want to ask something else. But if you could change anything, what would you change right now?
Play calling.
Okay.
That would really be it.
That's right. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, if you're gonna go with Peyton Thorne, you gotta get Peyton Thorne in a rhythm to be able to run the offense that you want to run. So call plays that are conducive to his style of play.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If it's the quick timing passes, if it's the bubble screens, if it's the 5 to 7 yard stop hitches, whatever it is to get him confidence to throw the ball, do that. I mean, but that's really it. I mean, because it just last night just didn't look good on the play call. It did not look good. But I mean, that's the one thing I would do with the play. Just change the play calling to fit the personnel that you get. I mean, that you have in there, and give the man an opportunity to throw the ball. That's the dude you went out and got. Give him the man an opportunity to throw the ball.
Marcus, what you think? What would you change if you could change anything at this point?
I was gonna go with having a just dynamic receiver or skill position threat, but like Nick said, like he didn't even get to showcase his talent to see who was gonna be that guy for us. So I can't really knock the receiving core when Man, most of the time he was getting sacked. He couldn't get the ball out. Like one play, man, defensive end just gave the tackle a little dip.
Yeah.
So I was like,
yeah. And I know that's my man first game. So, you know, and I say about players, bro, is like them being on that level is far greater than probably anything we can imagine. Those are some good dudes. For you to get a D1 offer and for you to play at an SEC school and be a starter, you got some talent. It's just other guys are just more talented. So I can't, you know, dunk on them. But the tackle had a rough night, man.
Man, he
had a rough night, man. He had a baptism, dude. So he had a lot of, you know, penalties. He whiffed a few times. So you know what I'm saying. But my next question is, man, let's talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying, before we shut the shop down. Let's hit the rest of the SEC, man.
Of course.
SEC. Let's hit that.
Of course.
Can I go first?
Yeah, I ain't even asked the question that I know it. Okay, go.
Can I go first? I watched this last week's show.
Yeah, go ahead.
I watched last week's show with Dre.
Okay.
Dre had a lot to say about me and Nick's quarterback situation at Alabama.
Yeah.
It looks like they still have a quarterback situation at Alabama. Nick, look like we were right.
Look,
all right, man.
All I'm gonna say is, like I told y'all, Alabama got way more problems than just the quarterback position. I try to tell people that.
A lot of it though is that quarterback
position. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot of it.
So
now,
man,
granted, the man can throw a deep ball.
Okay,
that's all.
You throw a deep ball, but like I said on the Water Cooler Talk podcast, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, any quarterback that wants to have a long career in the NFL needs to be able to throw that 10 to 15 yard pass in the middle of the field and that 10 to 15 yard out. Okay. If you can do that, you can have a job in the NFL.
So, question: who he remind you of?
Robbie Ashford.
I did not mean to laugh at that, but
no, I mean, no, it's listen. No,
I was going Blake Sills, man. He did that.
I did not mean to laugh at that one.
No, it's
wow.
Let me be fair. Listen, man, and I said this. If Robbie Ashford got an offer from, he's played at Oregon and Auburn. So his talent is far greater than I could even imagine. You see what I'm saying? So again, I have to balance out when we talk about these players, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's you on what do you call it? You on a platform where you're going to get criticism or praise. True. So, but I have to preface it all the time by saying, man, these guys, bro, these are elite guys to get an offer from Auburn and to be starting. Number one. Yeah. It's just you running, and I don't know if y'all in the cars, but it's like, bro, you running a Mustang 5.0. You know what I'm saying? Are you running a Shelby or against a McLaren? You feel what I'm saying? It's like you got Ferraris and all this stuff, and then you got Bugattis. Yeah. So it's like we talking about elite classes of athletes, but it's just some that are just they're better than the elite ones. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean to like dunk on Robbie Ashford, but it is just what it is. Miro, it is what it is. They kind of mirror each other to me. You know what I'm saying? As far as play.
I give you another analogy. It's like okay, in the NBA, it's like the 13th man on the roster who's not in the rotation is still better than the dude that you go and play against in the gym that you think is that
bro. The cats on the practice squad, the cats in the D League, bro. Would like, oh man, they'll.
It's just that some people, like when you get to that level, it's tiered. Like, okay, this dude gonna be a role player. That dude is gonna be a superstar. That's how it is. It's just that That's just that's literally how it is. Like I would go like, okay, y'all remember Brian Scalabrine from the Celtics?
Yep.
When the Celtics were playing, I would pick Brian Scalabrine number 1 if I was playing pickup basketball because he would still give 30 points in the game.
Sure. Absolutely, bro.
He's still
absolutely.
Good. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's not playing, you know, in the rotation every night, that man can still ball and he would still ball on you. You know,
was that you guys saying? I don't know if it was you guys on one of your podcasts, but talking about a player who went to the gym, and I heard this somewhere, but his whole thing was, I'm closer to Michael Jordan than you are closer to me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, bro, if it's a criticism on the show of any player, dude, take it with a grain of salt, man, because they're elite. It's just you have, like you say, tier. And I had a guy that played at Auburn and played in the NFL said the same thing. He was like, in college, he was like, you have different tiers. You have fast cars, you have motorcycles, you have Ferraris, you have vets. He was like, you get to the NFL, everybody a Lamborghini.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So you trying to come up in there, you know, coming here with a souped up, and nothing against Honda. You know, they had a little Hondas with the sound like a popcorn machine. You try to come here with a Honda, you know what I'm saying? You at the local track, you might be, you know what I'm saying? You busting heads at the local track, you know what I'm saying, with that little Honda. You know what I'm saying? But bro,
turbo. They try to add a turbo to it. They try to add a turbo to a 4-cylinder. They try to add a turbo to a 4-cylinder.
Exactly. So you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get on the field with no V12 and run like that. So
exactly. Very
true. That's fair. But okay, back to this. Okay, what's y'all assessment? Bro, that bro, Alabama just took us way off, bro. But yeah, Miro does his game to me does mirror Robbie Ashford, man. I just, it is what it is. It does, just, that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
On the podcast, I picked Texas to come in and beat Alabama.
I agree. Yeah. For sure. Okay, let me ask y'all this. Since we right here, y'all. Who won them picks last week?
Last week, Marcus won.
DC beat us I said the same thing because he picked Utah.
Yes, I did. And I picked Colorado too.
Yeah, he picked Colorado. Well, both of y'all picked Colorado.
Yeah, we both picked Colorado, but he picked Utah. That would put him over me.
I thought. Okay. I just didn't do my little impressive.
Oh man, it's funny. That's funny. That's good.
All right, back to we didn't even get it. We not okay. Back to Alabama and this loss to Texas, y'all. What y'all got on it, man? What y'all got on it? Did y'all really enjoy it? Because I really enjoyed it, like eating Thanksgiving dinner, some good dressing. You know, you only get that like once or twice a year, some good turkey and dressing, man. I just enjoyed seeing Alabama lose.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Okay, so you weren't surprised.
I wasn't surprised at all. Look, and I was trying to tell everybody, I said, look, last year, Quinn Ewers got knocked out of the game in Texas. And he was balling in the first quarter and the first part of the second quarter before he got hurt. He was balling. Texas was gonna win that game.
Okay.
Texas was gonna win that game, even with Bryce.
I agree.
He was gonna win that game even with Bryce Young.
I agree.
You brought the same dudes back. And Alabama literally brought the same roster back. And they lost their most prolific player at quarterback, who's now with the Carolina Panthers right now.
Yeah.
I knew Texas was going to come in and win that game. I knew it. I was like, man, Texas is going to win. That's why I got Texas. And that's why I have Texas going to the final, going to be one of the final 4 teams.
Okay, Marcus.
Don't even look surprised, Marcus.
But you got Texas A&M. You said Texas A&M.
Hey, that's what. DC, I wouldn't go.
Come on, Marcus.
I wouldn't say nothing.
I said based on the talent that Texas A&M has on their roster, and with Bobby Petrino calling plays, I had Texas A&M as the first team out. I said that.
Do you still stick with that after what you saw?
Yes. I still think Texas A&M could end up being a top 7 team, being a top 10 at the end of the year.
No, they gotta be. No, don't. You said top 7. They got to be a top 5, Nick.
Okay, fine. If you want that, that's fine. I'll put them in the top 5.
You think Texas A&M gonna be a top 5 team after that performance? I know that. I agree.
Yeah. Miami just had a better day. That's not a problem. They just had a better day, better game.
Marcus, you think Texas A&M a top 5 team? And we going around the SEC, y'all. So you know what I'm saying? We on topic. But Marcus, you think Texas A&M a top 5 team?
Just as much as I thought LSU was going to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't.
Hey, that's y'all. You know what? That's the beauty of it. It's your opinion. That's my opinion. I think based on the talent that they have and who they have calling plays, they are a top 5 team. Yes, I have that. Yes, I do.
Onward. Okay, let's hit these teams. What's y'all quick take on Florida? Quick take on Florida.
Florida in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Marcus, Florida in trouble.
Yeah, they are who we thought they were.
I agree. Okay. What about South Carolina?
That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough because I think South Carolina probably win some games they're not supposed to win.
I agree. And then they did play a week 1 opponent that was pretty tough. What you think?
North Carolina.
Same.
Okay.
Because Spencer Rattler can wow some people, but then again, he can be real bad. He's either real bad or real good with him, and just
there's no in between. There's no in between with Spencer Rattler. Yeah.
Okay. Ole Miss.
I'm waiting on them to mess up.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Yeah.
Waiting on them to mess up.
It's coming, and it almost happened this past weekend.
Yeah, that was I'm waiting on them to mess up.
It almost happened this past weekend. So
let me say this as a nugget though. Ole Miss, they led the SEC in rushing, correct? Last year. I think
Quinton Judkins had 1,500 yards. Yeah.
Bam. They offensive line coach at Auburn. So that might be a reason why they kind of struggling a little bit. But go proceed, Nick. What you Ole Miss? You say you think waiting for them to mess up?
Yeah, I agree with Marcus on that. Yeah, there's some gonna happen.
Something off about them.
Something is going to happen. I don't think, and please, any Mississippi State and Ole Miss fans out there, I just don't see y'all ever going to the SEC championship ever. I don't. I don't. I'm sorry.
Golly.
I don't.
Ain't gotta worry about them subscribing to this channel.
I mean, honestly, okay, let's be real. Do y'all think Ole Miss has what it takes to get the players that they need to get to the SEC championship? Okay, let me take it back. Once every 10 years, maybe. Could they make it there?
Okay, I'm gonna let Marcus go first on this one, and I got an opinion on that.
I think the best chance was Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze was their best chance to me. Lane Kiffin, you already know how I feel about Lane Kiffin, bro. So
okay,
he gonna mess up.
Okay. My take is, and Marcus said it. If Lane Kiffin wouldn't go for it on 4th down and kick a field goal, yes, they would go to the SEC championship.
Hey,
meaning they would have beat Alabama last year.
They would have.
If when they were in plus territory, if they would have just kicked all their field goals, they would have beat Alabama last year. Okay, right there. Do y'all think Ole Miss beat Alabama this year?
That game is where in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, it's in Tuscaloosa
this year.
Yeah, man.
I'll go after you, Nick.
I'm thinking.
I know.
That's interesting though, that we like, you know what I'm saying, they'll never make to SEC championship and all this stuff, but it's like, could they beat Alabama this year? And then it's just like, we like, bro, I wish y'all could have seen the steal shot. Everybody like,
but I will tell you this though. I think the SEC is wide open.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the SEC is wide open right now. I think this is a down year for the SEC. Could Ole Miss beat Alabama this year and still not make it to the SEC championship game?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they could. Fair. They could.
Golly, man.
They could. They could. Because I'm gonna tell you, I tell you a surprise team who will probably surprise a lot of people, but I still think Auburn beat this team. I think Arkansas may surprise a lot of people this year.
I said that.
I think Arkansas. Yes, because at the beginning of the year, I was on the train of like, look, I don't know, man. Somebody's Arkansas team just like I watched them play these past, and I'm like, They did what they were supposed to do against very inferior teams. They did what they were supposed to do. And they dominated against those teams. Now, Arkansas of the past, barely win, they would win, but it would kind of feel like, did they do what they were supposed to? Nah, they did what they were supposed to do this time. Arkansas might surprise some people this year.
We're gonna put boots to Arkansas, but go ahead.
No. I agree with you there. I think Auburn beats Arkansas for a revenge factor. That's the reason why I have Auburn beating Arkansas, because of the revenge factor from last year. But
so, Marcus, you think Arkansas gonna surprise too?
Yeah, I said it on our show, the Water Cooler Talk.
He got KJ Jefferson as a Heisman receiver.
But the reasons for me were different. The reason why I went Arkansas, because honestly, if you look around the SEC, Arkansas has one of the most veteran teams. Yeah, they were second leading in the rushing last year in the SEC. Their quarterback came back after having an outstanding year last year. So I'm like, then they got some key defensive players coming back in some key positions. So I'm like, Arkansas, for real, like, it's a lot of question marks in the SEC. Arkansas the only team that you can be like, all they got to do is outperform what they did last year.
Yeah, very true. I still think Auburn beats them, though. Just
of course, I'm
off of that revenge factor of what they did last year. I still think Auburn comes out. I still think Auburn beats them in a close game. But yeah, I think Arkansas.
DC, what I was gonna tell you is, with the SEC being so wide open, it looks like me and Nick's predictions looking a little better with the 9 and 10 win seasons.
Okay, yeah. Okay, what about LSU? Right, quick.
LSU I don't think we win. I don't think LSU wins that no more.
I think LSU had a bad game. LSU played a very competitive first half, but when Jaden Daniels threw that interception on the sideline over there, it was over with. All the momentum just left them. Like, LSU is still a good team, man. It's not like it's just because one team had a bad game and then the momentum just shifts to the other team. That doesn't mean that they're a bad team. LSU is still a good team. They still gonna win 9 games.
Man, this dude, when Brian Kelly, when that dude kept going for it on 4th down in plus territory,
and
I can't I can't stand analytics.
Analytics, man. They make sense sometimes. Sometimes you just
it's like analytics get on my nerves, man. It flies against everything Pat Dye taught me.
You got a point. Very true.
It's like, bro, from Pee Wee football, bro. It's just like it flies against any logic. Like, bro, like the Georgia game last year. Bro, we not even in halftime, bro. We down by 1 score, and this dude gonna fake a punt on his own 35.
Yeah.
And what make me mad, man, and I'm in my feelings now, but what make me bro, all you got to do is mention analytics to me. What makes me mad, bro, is that they call it being aggressive. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, how's punt from your own, like Cadillac did? I mean, I love you, Cadillac.
Yeah, when he didn't kick the field goal, we should have won the Mississippi State game. When he didn't kick the field goal. Yeah,
think about this. Okay, Cadillac went for on his own 30 or 35.
Yep, surely
in
did.
Negative territory, bro. The game is just getting going.
Yep,
he set them up to go in and take the lead, which then he was going for it and one kicking field goal. Bro, if you just take one field goal, you might be the head coach at Auburn right now. Is that going too far? No, think about it. Think about it. If they win that game, they 6-6 going to a bowl game.
Going to a bowl game, yeah. You right.
They win the bowl game. This dude done brought these cats back from
the brink of destruction.
Yeah. You said it like something destruction. He brought it back from destruction to a 7-win season. Man, he is a serious candidate, man.
Yeah.
I still don't think he would have got it though. You know that old
man,
boy.
it would have been bro. If that dude would have took Auburn from where we were to a bowl game and won the bowl game, bro, it would have been hard to keep him out that seat. I'm agreeing with you, Nick, but it would have been hard to keep Cadillac out that seat.
It would have been real hard
to a bowl game, and that like frustrated me. I'm like, bro, why do you keep going for it on 4th down, calling it being aggressive.
Let me answer this question. Common sense would tell you to kick the field goal at that point.
Yes.
If you kick the field goal, you win the game, basically.
Yes.
All right. Do you think this is the conspiracy theories to talk about? Do you think stuff like that happens because people behind the scenes are like, look, if he does do this, we're gonna have an outcry from people saying, look, we really need to give him a shot?
I don't know, bro. No, I don't know, because Lane Kiffin do it and he's securing his 11 million, how much ever they paying him.
Touche, DC.
Brian Harsin is securing what he doing, man. I just hope Hugh Freeze, please, coach, don't do all this dumb 4th down stuff, man. Just kick the field goal. And I'm like this during the game.
I feel you.
You can ask my daughter, bro. I'm like, bro, take the points, please. Yeah, bro, it's everything I learned from Pee Wee football, man.
Take the points, man. You know.
Good God, man.
Field position.
Why we? Okay, yeah, that's what analytics has done. Is just like, let's take out the field position book and just burn it. And, you know,
it's not a game of field position anymore.
There's no such thing as field position. What does that mean? Let's be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me. Y'all done got my blood pressure up. Eating angry.
The donut got your blood pressure up.
Yeah, you probably right. You're probably right. 4th downs too. 4th downs and donuts.
Yeah, 4th down too. 4th down.
Okay. Who did we leave out, man? Y'all got me.
We ain't talked about.
Okay. What other team we didn't talk about?
Talked about half of the SEC.
Okay, so we hit LSU, we hit Texas A&M, Auburn, Arkansas, Mississippi State. Okay, we know they're gonna finish last. Mississippi State. I'm sorry, Mississippi State, man. That ain't right. Lord, forgive me, Jesus. Okay, man. Okay, so we hit Georgia. Did we say Georgia?
Nah,
Georgia. Let's talk Georgia. Let's talk Georgia, man. We're gonna wrap it up, man. Because Nick looking hungry. I mean, I'm not hungry. Marcus looking hungry. Marcus looking hungry.
I'm good. I can talk. We can talk.
Marcus looking like his wife right in front of him. You know, on the other side of the camera, like,
nah. They going. Matter of fact, I got a hot to myself.
Okay.
Hey, nothing feels better than having a Sunday to yourself to watch football.
Well, man, you better not let this be seen in your household. Especially with the comments y'all made before. Do not let your wives see this. You know what I'm saying? Well, we didn't broadcast it yet. You know what I'm saying? We'll let you know. Go, Nick. What you got on Georgia, man? What you got on Georgia?
Their first test is gonna come at Auburn when Carson Beck got to step into Jordan Hare Stadium.
I agree. I don't know, man.
Yes.
I don't know, bro. If they start out slow, like they did last week, and the week before that,
Auburn got a chance.
No, I'm saying they got to play South Carolina Saturday. They do in Georgia, so they got to play South Carolina Saturday
at home, right?
At home, right? Yeah.
Georgia win that game.
Okay.
Georgia win that game. It'll be interesting probably the first half. After that, they'll win that game. But his first test is gonna be when he steps inside Jordan Hare Stadium.
Woo!
It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud in there, man.
Y'all listen.
With the way that defense is playing, it's gonna be. He gonna have a test.
The way that defense playing,
not the Nick.
The way that defense playing, we gonna get us some Nick Juice endorsement.
We got to.
The way that defense play. No, for real. Okay, let me ask y'all this. And I'm hit you with Georgia, Marcus. Man, is it me or did Jalen McLeod look bigger than I thought he was?
He did.
Good God Almighty, man. I was like, man, that's a dude right there, man.
Yeah, he did. He looked way bigger than what I thought he would be.
Yeah, because when he was like, I don't know if he made a tackle, but then he got up and started doing like this. I was like, I asked my daughter, I was like, who is 35? I was like, who's that? That's just a big dude, man.
I'm telling you, man.
I wasn't expecting him to be that big.
Nah, he's a big guy. That's a big dude. That's a big dude.
Okay. Marcus, what you got on Georgia, man? Y'all got me crying. What you got on Georgia?
I feel like going back, Georgia gonna lose a game, like Nick said. I don't know who it's gonna be to, but it's gonna be a away game for them. It's gonna be a game that they sleep on.
Okay.
They're gonna blow it. I hope it be Auburn.
Yes.
I'm praying that it be Auburn, but I
Mhm.
definitely see them losing the game this year.
Okay. Now, do y'all think Georgia got to go to Tennessee?
Mhm.
Do y'all think Tennessee screw up Georgia up in Tennessee? What y'all think?
Do I think Tennessee beats Georgia in Tennessee?
Yeah, man. What y'all? We going to Tennessee now. What you got on Tennessee?
That's
a very tall task for
yeah,
Tennessee.
that's a lot, man. That's a lot. Tennessee got a nice Joe Milton. Honestly, okay. Let me ask you this question: Why so many people high on Joe Milton? He lost the starting job last year to Hendon Hooker.
I agree.
So why are people so high on him? I
I
mean,
think
they barely beat Austin. They was in a game with Austin Peay this past weekend.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Joe Milton. I think a lot of people are enamored with his measurables too, because my brother and his son, they're Tennessee fans, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he was spitting out Joe Milton stuff to me, and I was just like, bro, I didn't know Joe Milton was that big. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he can throw like that. They saying he can throw, like Jamarcus Russell. He can throw this far on his knees and all these measurables. Yeah.
Russell, please. Let's not do that.
I'm not Jamarcus Russell made the NFL, man, and you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing I can say about that man. Right. I'm just saying they just on his measurables, like how tall he is and how big, and he can throw this like out and all this stuff. So to answer your question, bro, I have no idea, but
he lost the job to Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker wasn't even the starter.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Okay.
I agree.
All right.
But that's what I was wondering, like, what y'all got on Tennessee? Nothing on Tennessee.
I think Tennessee will win some games, but they'll lose to Georgia. They'll probably lose another game too.
I just don't see Tennessee getting over the hump, man.
Okay.
I just don't see Tennessee getting over the hump.
And y'all say South Carolina, we already know about that. Y'all, we know what Vanderbilt gonna do. Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And y'all saying Florida
got problems.
Kentucky might be scared.
Kentucky?
They said it about Kentucky every year, though.
Yes.
Kentucky might be scared.
They said about Kentucky every year,
Kentucky gonna Kentucky, man.
Yeah, they said about Kentucky every year. Yeah. Now, I mean, I would the reason why I would give you credit to that is because of Devin Leary. Devin Leary is a proven quarterback, but I don't know, man. I still got to see more, man. Like I said, I think the SEC is very wide open this year. I don't know who's gonna win. I mean, the favorite is Georgia, of course, but I don't know who gonna compete out of the West, because everybody was picking Alabama to win, and I was like, why?
Yes,
like have y'all not seen what they have? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. I still think LSU may win the West. LSU or Texas A&M, one of them.
Well, I was about to go right there too.
Ooh, boy, you got people who got to climb the ladder, boy. I got teams who got to climb the ladder, boy. You ain't making no safe picks.
But no, it's not okay. So is Bama, okay in the SEC West? Is Bama still a safe pick?
No,
they lost a game too. They lost this past weekend too. The only team that, like, if I wanted to make sense, I would say Auburn or Arkansas would probably be the teams that will win the SEC West this year, because they're undefeated right now. Arkansas has not played real competition yet, even though they have dominated the teams that they have played. And Auburn just played a game against a team they should have beaten by more than what they beat them by.
But Nick, I would argue with our preseason predictions with your record, that's a winning SEC record.
9-3, yes, you're right. But those 3 losses, I gave Auburn 3 losses to Georgia, Texas A&M, and LSU.
Okay.
That's what I said. I'm staying consistent with what I said now.
So your prediction on your show was LSU win the West?
My prediction was between LSU and Texas A&M. That's who I thought would win the West.
Okay, I already know what y'all gonna say, but looking at this last game that happened, y'all still think LSU is more talented than Alabama?
Yes, I do. Yeah, Marcus may feel different.
I do. I still feel the same way.
I think LSU has yes, I do.
Because I feel like LSU has the better quarterback.
When you get on the field and they play, I think LSU has a has a better roster than Alabama. Alabama got questions, like real legitimate questions on the back end and they secondary, and they still got. They talk about offensive line. I don't see it. I mean, people have said this is probably the best offensive line Alabama. I don't see it.
They're going on measurables, bro. Measurables.
Yeah,
all they saying is 6'6", 350, 6'5", 340, 50.
But are they moving people? Are they moving the line of scrimmage 1 yard away from them or 2 yards away from them? I'm not seeing that. I'm not. And like I stated earlier, I said Alabama had 2 All-Americans. They probably have 2 All-Americans on the defense side of the ball. Kool-Aid McKinstry and Dallas Turner. Who else? Alabama got questions all over their team, not just the quarterback. Now the quarterback is the biggest one, but they have questions all over their roster. But I digress. I sit back, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. It is what it is.
I gotta go with what DC said earlier. Like they got a lot of questions. I don't see a lot of questions, but I feel you. They probably do got a lot of questions, but the biggest one is at quarterback.
Yeah, man. And
I feel like LSU wins that battle. They have a better quarterback. I feel like.
Yeah, that trigger man will make the whole team look bad though, too, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I think, man, I don't think they brought that dude from Notre Dame for no reason, man.
Yep.
But why? But why is he starting though?
No, but I think that if the season progresses like it keep progressing, you're gonna see him.
Why can't Holden Gardner? Why can't it be the same thing for Holden Gardner?
Because the difference between Holden, I see what you're trying to do here, Nick. Trying to do here, man. You're gonna do this to me in my house.
That's my boy. Get him, Nick.
Listen. The difference between Holden and Gardner and this guy right here is that this guy right here, we already know that he's come with his offensive coordinator. He brought him in.
Yeah,
with him. Yeah. So it's the same thing. Check this out, Nick. Check this out. Reese brought his guy in, right? Which is that quarterback. What's his name? I don't know his name.
Buckner.
Bought Buckner. He was like, okay, buddy, you my guy, you my guy. Sit right here. Hugh Freeze brought Peyton Thorne in, right?
Yeah, his guy.
He was like, you my guy, right? You my guy. Okay. So you gonna play your guy, right?
Yeah.
But see, okay, this is the difference. Brian Harsin not in the room, so he got to be like, I'm gonna play your guy first. You see what I'm saying? Just follow me. Reese got to deal with Nick Saban, and that Milroe is Nick Saban dude. So
Ty Simpson is Nick Saban dude.
Hold on.
Probably a better thrower.
Right, and I'm gonna get to Ty Simpson.
Okay,
but my point is Nick Saban in the room, man. So Tommy Reese, did you see how Tommy Reese was looking in the press box Saturday?
Oh, he had his head down.
My God, man,
like, bro, what you doing?
Yeah, that's how he was looking. So my point is, he gonna have to exhaust Nick Saban quarterbacks. So Nick Saban be like, okay, Tommy, go ahead and put your guy in.
Do you think?
Okay, now see the difference with Gardner, it's opposite. Hugh brought his guy in. He don't have to concede to nobody to get his guy in. He putting his guy in. You see what I'm saying? He got to exhaust his guys before he get the Brian Harsin guy. That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? If you follow what I'm saying, it's a different dynamic.
But if his guy ain't performing, why not give the other guy a shot?
Because again, Reese got to exhaust Nick Saban players first before he get his guy.
Okay.
He can't just bring his guy in and be like, Nick, you got these 5-star guys. You don't know what you're doing. Get out the way. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Buckner or whatever. You can't do that. Not with the GOAT, man. You got to show the GOAT, man. Okay, GOAT. And he probably called him that. Okay, GOAT. You know, he probably say,
hey, do you think they really do be calling Nick Saban like, hey, what's up, GOAT?
I believe they be like Coach Saban. I don't even believe. I don't believe. They be like, Nick, Coach. You like they Coach Nick. He probably be looking like, oh, I thought, like when this dude called and asked my daughter to the prom. He was like, "What's up?" I ain't even answer. Hey, the phone just was silent.
It's just silent.
Just silent, man.
Just dead air. You like, hello?
How you doing, Mr. Howell? Okay, how you doing, sir? Let's start. Let's take this back and start it again. You know? What's up? What you mean? What's up? Who you talking? I mean, bro, are we on a 3-way with one of your homeboys or something? Anyway, no, they don't talk to Nick like that, man. It could be like Coach, Mr. Coach Saban.
Coach Saban, Mr. Coach. Hey, Mr. Coach Saban. You know,
yeah, but I think with Reese is different than with Holden, because Thorne is Hugh Freeze's guy. You know what I'm saying? Miro is Saban guy. Reese got to deal. He got to deal with Saban. You know what I'm saying? Who you want me? He probably like, Coach, who you want me to play? Hugh Freeze ain't got to answer to nobody. He telling them, pay this guy. This is my guy playing.
But
that's just my thought.
But is he willing to down that hill though?
No, we all know that. We all know he ain't.
Is he willing to down that Thorne don't produce? Hugh Freeze. I'm just asking. Marcus,
what you saying? Go ahead, Marcus.
Okay. Yeah, we don't know.
Nick ain't going down there.
No, he ain't going down there. No,
that's why he the GOAT. He gonna be like, bro, get out of here.
Yeah,
but see, that's what makes Nick Saban different.
Yes,
that's what makes him different. He, even if it is somebody else's guy, I'm trying to win.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to win. Do you think Hugh Freeze is willing to down that hill with Payne Thorne if he
already, bro? Did you hear the halftime report? He was like, bro, he said if he can't play with more confidence, he won't be seeing the field. He said
that's probably why they ain't throwing the ball the whole third quarter.
Sir, this was halftime of the first game against a formidable opponent.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even make it through the game, bro. He was like, if he can't come out and be more confident, he won't be playing.
Okay,
like golly, bro, I love.
And he was so direct, DC. He was so direct.
Let me ask you this though. I'm gonna throw hypothetical out there, and I want to see what y'all think about this.
Okay,
do you think Holden gets more playing time in this Sanford game? Not just mop up duty type playing time, but legit, like, go out there and see what this dude can do in like real action with like another defense coming at him. Do you think Holden gets a chance to show in that game? Because if he does that, does that create conversations in Auburn about who should be QB1? Because we already know they got a package for Robbie, but do you think that will create conversations in Auburn about who QB1 should be between Payne Thorne and Holden Gardner?
I would say if that does happen, it's already conversations about QB1.
Exactly.
If you see him that much in the Stanford game, it's already questions.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the same thing I was thinking. I was like, if we see Holden in the Sanford game, that's gonna be a telltale sign.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a telltale sign. If we see him, that we're gonna be like, Hugh Freeze is, he's saddling this guy up, getting him ready. You know what I'm saying? Because see, if Robbie got a package, so Hugh says he's gonna play anyway. Exactly. He already said he's gonna play regardless. So the only other thing you got, man, is to change 1 and 3 out.
True. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We already said he's the better thrower. So it's got to be. We already know Holden is a better thrower. Okay, he might not have wheels like Payton, but he's a better thrower. So what that tells me is maybe if he ain't talking about people mom in the complex or something, whatever he doing out there on the field. So you know what I'm saying? It gotta be something upstairs that he ain't got yet. You feel what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. If he can throw better, right? If he got all the plays down, all things being equal, bro. And I know you saying experience, but we're saying if experience is exhausted and it's not proving anything. So that's where we are right now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm going on. If all the experience stuff that we had in mind is exhausted and we're holding them up together, that Holden throws better, Payton may run a little bit better. It gotta be something upstairs that Holden ain't got, man. Are he talking about somebody mama? Maybe you see what I'm saying? He doing something other than, if y'all saying is he's that good.
I think
okay, well, what else is it other than, you know, Freeze walk by, he like, your mama. You know, what is it? you say something about my mama, man. What is it other than that? You see what I'm saying? Because you really like Holden is that dude. So what is it?
I think Holden that guy, man. I think Holden is that good. Man. And it's not the fact, it's the fact of the matter is, like, I just saw him throw the ball and like his decision making throwing the ball. I was like, it just looks so effortless to him, man. It doesn't look like, you know, because, you know, Holden is a coach's son as well.
Yes, true.
You know what I'm saying? He's a coach's son as well. It just looks like when he's he don't. It's not like he get too high, too low. It's like he just always like here. Like, well, from what I did see, from what I have seen, it's been a very small, sample size of seeing what he need. But I'm just saying, from when it's seeing it, I'm just like, it's something about this dude. Like he could be great. Like he could be like, I'm not gonna say iconic, because when you say iconic at all, you talking about like Cam Newton. But I'm saying he could be great. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I'm interested to see what happens this coming Saturday with this Sanford game, and to see if Holden does play a significant amount of time and not just mop up. Because if he does play, I'm with you, Marcus. I really do believe that there are questions about who should be QB1, and things of that nature. That's just how I see it.
So yeah, okay. That's what's up. We're gonna wrap this thing up, man. We're gonna wrap this, put a bow tie on it. I think we hit everybody. Do we hit everybody?
Yeah,
all
the important people we did.
Think you missed the story. There's on.
So do y'all think this trend continues? Man, this happened so much, man. SEC in the beginning, everybody like, oh, SEC down, and the narrative gonna be the ACC is better this year.
Oh yeah,
because they beat us 3 times head to head.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
North Carolina, Miami,
and Texas, LSU, and Florida State.
Yeah, there you go. They three head to head. So that's gonna be the narrative, brother. But then all the SEC always come out victorious.
But yeah, true. I still think even with the SEC having a down year, it's still the toughest conference in college football. Still is. Because we was talking about on the podcast we was like, a lot of people talking about like, well, how the Pac-12 is so good. But I was like, don't they like spot quarterbacks like 2,500 yards?
Bro, they got real, bro. It's like did you see the stats they had up of like the Heisman leaders? It's like, how do you have 4 quarterbacks, man, in the Heisman race with all these numbers, dude?
Yeah.
You can't be playing defense, man.
I think
defense being played at all.
No, ain't no defense being played at all. Like Caleb Williams already got 9 touchdowns.
Unbelievable, man.
Like Unbelievable. So the dude is over 900 yards already.
And this dude almost got 1,000 yards, man.
In two
games, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
It's a lot.
All right. I don't want to get on Colorado, but I'm gonna have to ask y'all opinion. I'm just,
No, let's go. Because
I don't, you know what I'm saying, want to, bleed Colorado into this. But what's y'all? We might as well, man. Golly, man. We might as well, man. Go ahead and y'all pro prime, pro not prime. What y'all got on Colorado, man? What y'all think?
I'm gonna let Marcus go first, because Marcus actually has a better opinion on this one than I do.
Okay,
man.
But that's his uncle or something?
No, I believe, man. I think I think he got something going. The first week, the defense was not there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The second week, they showed up. And me, I just don't think they're gonna be tested until Oregon. Like, I feel like they win this one. Oregon, then the real test is Oregon. Then they go right back the next week and play USC.
And then right there they play Stanford.
So if they make it through those 2 games unblemished, they for real.
Man, if they make it through those 2 games, if you talk Oregon and USC,
yeah.
They beat both of them games, bro. They're gonna be in the play. They're going to the playoffs.
They going to the playoffs if they beat both of them.
Yeah, if they beat both of them teams, bro. They go into the playoffs, and they gonna get the benefit of the doubt. If they beat those 2 teams, and they like say if they go down the line and they screw up their feet against Utah, bro, I think they'll still get in the playoffs.
Yeah, let's still get in.
Yeah, story.
Do you think Shedeur Sanders wins if he outdoes Caleb Williams?
Bro, if they beat Oregon and USC, he gonna win the Heisman, man.
Heisman Trophy. He's going to win Heisman.
It ain't no doubt in my mind, man. If they beat Oregon and USC, yeah, he gonna win the Heisman, man.
And see, I had this conversation. We had this conversation last week, bro. Like, they making the Heisman a quarterback award.
Yes.
I still think Travis Hunter is probably the most dynamic player on that team.
Yes.
And stuff like that. But the Heisman Trophy is now becoming a quarterback award, with the exception of Devontae Smith winning it that year, because Mac Jones was just not the guy that people be like, he's that. But
he wasn't flashy.
He wasn't flashy. He wasn't. I don't want to say marketable, but he wasn't he wasn't what
It'd have been the
Bryce
right thing
Young.
to say if you said it.
Yeah. You're right. It makes
He was-
sense.
He wasn't Bryce Young. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
But no, I mean, I think, man, look, I am happy for Coach Prime, and I don't just want him to win. I need him to win. I
Why?
need him to win. Because if he doesn't win, man, it's gonna be hard for the next guy coming behind him.
But
That's-
okay, yeah, but okay. Let me say this, man.
the head
Okay,
coaching job, man.
what I get the the bravado and all that stuff, man. But okay, what about that aspect of it, man? Because you got a school of people like, you know what I'm saying? I'm more old school, man,
Mhm.
from a sense of, and it may just be my era, but bruh, the way I was taught is like, bruh, it's just like you have some kind of humility,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
even in victory,
Yeah.
bruh, even when you stomp out your opponents, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have, at least some era of humility, you know what I'm saying? And then, bruh, that carries you a long way. It's a lot of currency.
Yeah.
Meaning, sometimes when you have those type of attitudes, then, bro, you have a certain faction of people just gonna pull for you, pull
Exactly.
against you
Exactly.
naturally,
Yeah.
because they have an old school thought process.
Yeah.
Like,
But
man,
see,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's been his personality since he came on the scene in 1989.
But it's different when you're a player and when you're a coach and you're a leader of men.
I agree. I
You see what I'm saying? When
see
you're
what
a player, you can be individual and kind of do, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not getting on the soapbox because I can't even get
No, DC, you
step in
right
that
though.
dude's shoes.
No,
I'm just talking about
No,
the
DC,
optics.
you are correct.
You're
The
very correct.
optics of program building and the optics of how you look to the public. You're gonna have a faction of people that love it and want to be a part of that, but you're gonna have a faction of people that you're gonna lose. You're gonna have a faction of people that are old school like myself that probably gonna be like, no, I don't want you to go there because that's that's
kind of
not
making it more. It kind of seems like he's making it more about him than the actual players.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, and it might not even be him directly, but definitely the media, bro. Everything is an infomercial. You know what I'm saying?
Like in the game, both of his kids had unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, and I was sitting at home like, bro, they can't be acting like that.
Right?
Like, come on, man. This prime time. It's a big game. You can't. And y'all, his kids, y'all definitely know y'all supposed to be leaders and can't act like that.
Sure. That I think that's the thing with me with that is just like, I just would like to see man, have the bravado and have all that. You know what I'm saying? I just wish it would just be a little more, hey man, this was one game. We happy to win this game, man. We, thank God, thank the people, thank you, whatever. We need to get back to work and keep working. And
now, I got receipts.
Right, yeah, right. That's
what my luggage with me.
That's what the guy told me at work. He was like, man, they're gonna present them with the Heisman Trophy and the National Championship Trophy at halftime. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a long season. You know what I'm saying? So I wish them all the luck, prosperity, and blessings. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think Colorado's a top 25 team? Not okay. Look, listen. Let me preface this. Let me preface this by saying, yes, I support Prime. I support Coach Prime. I support what he's doing. But looking at the team itself, do you think Colorado's a top 25 team?
Do you want to go first, Marcus?
I think they playing like a top 25 team. The question should be, are they a top 10 team?
Ooh.
No, we're not.
My question.
They playing like a top 25 team easily.
No,
I think, man, okay, we'll let them play Oregon and we'll come back and talk about this, bro. Because honestly, I don't know. They might be a top 25, but I don't know if they're a top 20.
I watched
exactly.
I watched.
You gotta cut the list down. Top 25, they making that to me.
Yeah,
I watched the game. I watched the game. Right, I watched the game they played against Nebraska. Right. Nebraska's defense is serious. Nebraska got a really good defense. They have no quarterback or no offense. The quarterback fumbled the
quarterback, bro.
The quarterback could not, like, I'm sorry, Mr. Sims, Jeff Sims at Nebraska, but you fumbled. If you can't get
that boy got fumbleitis right now.
Yeah, if you can't get the center quarterback exchange correct, and you fumble 3 times and you turn it over twice doing in their territory, and they go and score.
Bro, at that point, honestly, man, at that point, bro, put a wide receiver at quarterback. like my brother did. Like my brother did one year NCAA football. That's a different story. He tried to put a wide receiver at quarterback, but
Did San Francisco do that one time when like all their quarterbacks got hurt? Then they put a wide receiver
I think
out there
so, man. But
something
it's
like
like,
that.
bro, he had a little option game, bro. We track that trash down, like, you know, we see what you're doing, man. Come on. But anyway, yeah, man. At that point, man, put in anybody, bro. This dude, how many turnovers did he have? 4 turnovers. He fumbling the ball, throwing picks.
He had 3 turnovers, and 2 of them were recovered by Colorado.
Yeah, and then I think he threw a pick too. Yeah, he threw a pick, fumble, snapping the ball, delay of games, like, you know.
But like Nebraska's defense was like holding up with that with Colorado's offense.
Sure.
Like Colorado didn't start scoring for until like the end of the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter.
I say the first half they held up. They balled the first half.
We offense can't move the ball. On the field that much.
They balled the first half.
That's why I question
with you,
that's why. But that's why I question if they are top 20, because, man, you got to understand TCU only return they only return 18% of their production.
Thank you,
Hold
DC.
up, off of a team that lost 68 to 14, went with the other 80 whatever percent. Y'all had the full production and lost the biggest bowl game loss in history.
That's a championship game to Georgia.
But it was the biggest bowl game loss in history, man. And you only returned 18% of that. And the only reason you didn't win that is because your quarterback threw 2 picks in the red zone.
Exactly.
So that's why I say, I don't know, bro. If you get a team that got a formidable defense and can move the ball, man, I don't know. We're gonna see against Oregon, though.
I'm telling you, I think Oregon gonna be their test. And I'm telling you, I think USC does not have a good defense, but they can get a stop when they need to, because Caleb Williams and USC can score. Like, they're gonna put up points. They can do that.
Okay, would you say USC has a better defense than Nebraska or TCU?
No.
So?
No. If you would have put USC's offense on the field Saturday in Nebraska's uniform, Nebraska would have blew Colorado out the water. Because the way Nebraska's defense was playing that first half, I was like, bro, they just need a quarterback who can handle
score the ball
and move the ball. At least give them 5 minutes on the field to move the ball downfield to get even some rest. If they just had that game would not have been, and I don't want to seem like I'm hating. That would not have been a 36-14 game.
No, man. I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm being a hater, but I think it's just being honest, man, and just having an honest assessment and not drinking the Kool-Aid. Coach Prime, if you're listening, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't doubt that you are not listening, but you got us, man. You got us talking Colorado football.
Yeah, so that's the big thing.
Yeah, you got
big
us, man.
Thing right there, man.
I believe
a team that went 1-11 last year. A team that went 1-11 last year, and you got big noon kickoff there, and then this weekend you're gonna have big noon kickoff and college game day.
Yeah, unbelievable, man.
That's amazing, man.
Unbelievable.
I gotta get that man a hand clap.
I can't be mad at it. You know, the draw, man. Like I said, that's if you know, and I know he's not asking me. You know what I'm saying? But if I had anything just to add to that, it would just be like, bro, if you temper it down a little bit, man, just outside, bro. Just temper it down a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, it's like it's gonna be hard to deal, bro. If you fall off that cliff, and I say this with college football players, man. Bro. With college football players, bro, you can fall off a cliff. Meaning, these cats, you see what happened in the first half. These cats can come against Colorado State and just lay an egg.
Yep.
Straight up, bro, because just college football like that. Coach Saban said you can only get a team up 4 times a year.
Yes, he did.
Now you can jump and rah-rah, but you might not be able to get them to that same intensity. He say now you can only get them 4 times a year to be that intense. And we know Coach Saban, he's had psychologists, psychiatrists, or whatever study his team. You know what I'm saying, and do analysis on his team. So this dude say you can only get them up 4 times a year, man. So it's like you got to be careful with how you beat your chest, man, because these kids might just come out flat one week.
Yeah,
Yes, they do. They do, bro.
That 4 week, they got a 4 week stretch of Oregon, USC, Stanford, and I think it's Arizona State.
Okay.
That 4 week stretch, man,
Yeah,
it's gonna
be hard. Yeah,
man.
it is. And it's gonna be hard to just bring that intensity like they're doing. They exhausted a lot with TCU, bro. You saw it in the first half of the Nebraska. And then Nebraska had an offense, bro. That would have
been a different game.
Yeah, it would have been different.
This game is the one they gonna overlook.
You think so?
Colorado State.
Yeah,
think so?
yeah.
They're gonna overlook any game. It's gonna be this one.
Yeah, they're gonna be. It's a trap
be up
game.
for Oregon.
Yeah, I don't know how good Colorado State is, but it's definitely a trap game because they're gonna be looking to Oregon. You know what I'm saying? They get
looking at Oregon.
Yeah, everybody's still talking about how great they are and how they're gonna win a national championship, and then you looking forward to Oregon. You looking at film. You looking at Bo Nix and all this stuff. And
I'm interested. What I'm interested in seeing is if that cliff does come starting at the Oregon game, how they react to that. Because
that's a great question, Nick.
Because you got Stephen A, you got Shannon Sharp, you got Michael Irvin, Warren Sapp, you got Terrell Owens, you got all these guys showing up. Now, when you're not winning, how's they gonna affect the team? And I'm not saying it's not gonna happen, but if that cliff comes and they fall hard, I wonder how that's gonna affect the psyche of that team.
Yeah, but that's exactly, and we coming back to why I'm saying what I'm saying is that if you don't have that type of humility and temper a little bit, bro, when you fall off, man, it could be destructive because you don't have, it's either win or lose. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a median, way to deal with things and be like, okay, everybody calm down. You know what I'm saying? It's just a game. Everybody get ready for the next game. If you coach like that, then when your team fall, bro, they can bounce back. But if everything is just like, we gonna win and that's it, bro, where you going? But you gonna be to the bottom. Where you going psychologically? You know what I'm saying? And then,
I said to piggyback off of what you were saying, DC, it's just like when you winning, it's easy to be disciplined.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you getting dubs and everything apart, it's easy to be disciplined. When it falls apart and the criticism hit, that's where the discipline of that team really shows. Yeah. And with all the pieces that just transferred in, that really ain't been in the system but a couple of months, it's hard to gauge the discipline of that team and say that they're gonna be a disciplined team when it do hit if it ever hit the fan.
Yeah, man, you are correct because you're gonna start pointing fingers. If you got a lot of individuality, you're gonna start infighting, pointing fingers. And I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but it's a possibility, man.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't. I really hope they keep climbing up. Okay. I really do. But if it does come to that point to where that cliff does come and they fall off, I hope it's not a dramatic fall. I really hope not. I hope they can bounce back quick and get back to where they need to get to. If it does come, but that's, man, I agree with everything you said right there about I do agree with everything you said.
That's what's up, man. Well, guys, this was a good one, man. This was a good one. Well, tell everybody, man, where they can find you at.
Man,
get some Nick juice.
Nick juice. We are the Water Cooler Talk podcast.
Okay.
The coolest podcast in your ear. We are here every Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you get your podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Those are really the two main places, and iHeartRadio. You can listen to it, man. But yeah, man, we here every Wednesday, man. We drop new episodes every Wednesday. Our YouTube video content will be starting on October 4th. So the shows that you hear,
looking forward to it.
Yeah, the shows you hear on the audio format, they will be coming out every Wednesday, 7 p.m.
Okay.
On YouTube. So you can look for that. We have some other stuff coming up right now. We have a contest going with our podcast to where me and Marcus, we pick games. I know y'all heard us talk about picking games earlier when DC was on the podcast with us. But we picked 2 NFL games per each week, and we also picked 4 college games. But this pertains to the NFL. We want our listeners to jump in with us and pick those 2 games with us during the week. And the winner at the end of the season gets a $50 gift card.
Woo, okay. So
yeah, we got that going on. So
look like I'm in the lead. Am I in the lead for the $50 gift card?
Nah, that was the college games. We only picking the NFL game.
Yeah, pick the NFL game.
And we not starting it until
next. I see what y'all just did.
But we need y'all to email us or DM us before September 14th so that we'll know that you are participating each week. So you can message us on Instagram at the Water Cooler Talk, TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. We are on Twitter because we do live tweet during some games at CoolestPod23. And you can email us at WCTpod@gmail.com. Also, you can go subscribe to our YouTube channel because we are Auburn fans as well. We do talk Auburn football. We love Auburn. Grew up 15 minutes away from the school. But so you can go follow. You can go to YouTube, youtube.com / the Coolest Pod 23. That's youtube.com / the Coolest Pod 23 on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, our show that we put out every Wednesday will be coming starting October 4th. You'll be able to see the video content as well, the audio content as well. Still coming. So Water Cooler Talk Podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear every Wednesday.
Went on the drop.
Went on the drop.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Nah, man, y'all go out and support these guys, man. They doing awesome work, man. When we gonna get back together, man?
We actually looking. Yeah, we actually looking after the Georgia game. We was actually gonna see what you were doing.
Okay. What about?
Well, actually,
what about before? Okay, let's go before. When is Texas A&M? Okay, let's
go before the Georgia game.
Okay,
we trying to get you both weekends.
Okay, let's go before Texas A&M. Let's go before Texas A&M.
Okay, so that's next week.
Let's go before Texas A&M, man. What I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to get Drell on here with us so we can.
That'll work. That'll work.
Yeah,
we'll shoot for that. We'll get that going. We'll get the details of that going. So next week we're gonna be next week.
What y'all on next week?
Next week we ready. Let's do next Sunday.
Okay, so that's next. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
We'll all, you know what? We'll all talk. We'll talk Texas A&M, Auburn, and then we'll talk some other stuff in college football, and we'll probably talk a little NFL as well.
That's what's up. All right, let's do that, man.
Sound good.
Great having y'all on, guys. And to all the Auburn Tigers, we want to say, War Eagle.
Tiger walk. Let me see that Tiger walk. War Eagle, baby. Yeah.